Two men sat quietly in the dark blue car and waited. In front of them the hill slipped away, the streets lurching raggedly down towards the river, grey roofs gleaming dully after the light rain that had fallen. Across the river, on the north bank of the Tyne, a stray gleam of late afternoon sunshine picked out a bright reflection from the windows of the old flour mill at Dunstan, while near the Redjeff jetty a small tanker manoeuvred, sliding away from the coal staiths where barges had once tied up for loading. "High tide," said the man with the scarred nose. His companion grunted and lit a cigarette, shielding the match's flare against the night breeze that fluttered in through the open window. He drew on the cigarette reflectively, narrowing his eyes against the smoke. The knot of people along the roadway, 50 yards ahead, was thinning. The man with the scarred nose shifted his bulk impatiently, eager to end the inactivity of the last 15 minutes. He was not used to sitting still for long, and his heavy, broken-knuckled hands kneaded at his thighs as his glance moved over the collection of women milling near the school gates. Some of them were walking away now, clutching small children by the hand. Others were in small groups, talking, children waiting beside them as the grown-ups used the late afternoon opportunity to socialize. The senior school was beginning to spill out, older youngsters emerging from the red brick building to walk past the Victorian tar macadam yard of the junior school and make their way into the road. A few cars, elderly and battered in the main, stood waiting to swallow some of them. Others wandered in little groups up the hill, down the other side and across the road into the streets that fanned out from the school. The minutes ticked by and the heavy hands kneaded away. The school children were thinning, the noise they made lessening, and some of the cars parked near the school had gone, the others now preparing to go. The man with the scarred nose cleared his throat. "Any sign yet?" The man behind the wheel ground out his cigarette stub in the ashtray and nodded. "Just there." As his companion craned forward, he added impatiently, "Take it easy. Look, just behind that youngster with the red anorak." She was about 13 years old. She was dressed neatly in formal school uniform, white blouse, navy blue jacket, dark blue skirt. Her hair was fair, cut short, curling, and her face seemed pale as she stood with her back against the wall beside the school entrance. She remained quite still, talking to no one, her hands in front of her, fingers interlaced. She glanced down the hill every few seconds, as though watching for someone to come. Otherwise, she kept her gaze lowered, staring blankly at the roadway in front of her. An older girl came strolling through the school gates. Taller, more confident, she had dispensed with school formality and wore a patterned skirt, slightly too small for her, a light-coloured sweater that emphasized her early maturity. She carried an anorak slung carelessly over one shoulder, and she said something to the waiting 13-year-old. There was only a brief reply. It caused the older girl to push the younger in annoyance. Then she walked away, pausing uncertainly at the curb before she glanced up the hill towards the waiting car. She hesitated for a few seconds more and then, casually, began to walk up the hill.